I think it might be just a toucan in the Lion King. That's why I got confused.
Okay.
Wow, I don't know why I know that.
Well, you love some Disney, my friend, but here we go. This is it. Best of 5. There was a little bit of an argument. Best of 3, best of 5. I thought it was a best of 5, so, you know, it doesn't hurt me. The break did, but this doesn't. And now it's VGJ.Storm versus OpTic, and I'm pretty pumped up for this. I'm honestly interested to see if VGJ's been hot. Can OpTic just hit him with the ice cubes or not? And look at OpTic. It's not an EG thing. I think OpTic just doesn't want to play against Dark Willow.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I don't think anyone does that hero.
That hero's just not. I don't know. It's just
Dota
not
hero.
understood. Yeah, it's not understood. He has 2 ultimates. How's that fair?
No. It actually doesn't make sense. It still just blows my head. It's like when Invoker used to have like 500 spells and no one did, and people complain about that, which made sense. And then they found a way to balance him. So I've got high hopes for Dark Willow.
I mean, he's first pick, first ban every game. How much higher can you get?
True. Beastmaster. Tiny bans coming out of VGJ.Storm. Beastmaster. I haven't seen them playing it much. Obviously, OpTic was banning against EG, and now VGJ will ban it against OpTic. AA goes out. That's first, actually. It's almost been first picked. It was first picked all 3 games last, right? Or did it? It got banned last game. Never mind. Sorry. And there's the Elder Titan. So it means they obviously didn't want to first pick it then, because they banned it out and they have the first pick. So we'll be seeing something different coming their way.
I think it's actually scarier in the hands of OpTic right now.
Just because of, like, the group up with Pycat heroes, or just how they play in general?
Just how they're playing. I think VGJ, they've been relying on Sand King a lot, and they've also been willing to pick, like, you know, Night Stalker as both a 3 and a 4. They like Coddle, Disruptor. I think they have more heroes that they look to build exceptional drafts around. Whereas with OpTic, I feel like ET is like the go-to hero for them as a 4.
And there was the Night Stalker ban. Do you think? I know you don't like Sand King specifically first pick, but do you think VGJ takes it here?
I'm sure they're gonna pick Sand.
Yeah. We got.
It's Sand King or Gyro. Let's be real. It's probably gonna be Gyro because it's NA Dota.
I think it's gonna be Sand King, and then OpTic instantly picks Gyro. That's my feeling. But we'll see if VGJ. They haven't been playing much Gyro. Maybe they just haven't had the opportunity. We're about to find out, though. It is.
Whoa!
So does that mean OpTic has to pick Sand King here? Like, or else you give it away?
No.
No?
I don't like Sand King into Gyro. I think they'll end up going, I mean, obviously there's no AA, which is like the go-to for a lot of teams into Gyro. I think that Witch Doctor Razor is a possibility, because OpTic really just love the Witch Doctor hero. I could see them first doing Bounty, which is still available. I think Bounty Razor could be fine. In fact, I'd expect them to Bounty, in truth. Bounty, or maybe Coddle or Oracle. Alright, might be Razor Omni then. Bounty Omni. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Because you don't really want to Razor Gyro first, too, right?
Doesn't feel like you do, but... I mean, what would be some heroes that counter something like a Gyro Razor, though? In the later stages, like what heroes are specifically good against those two?
I think it's more you don't want to pick 2 cores that early when they're both like really hard to. It's just weird, right? Like it just doesn't. Bane makes more sense. I like Bane against Bounty and Omni. I think it's like the right pick here. If you take Razor, it's just so hard to draft for the rest of the pool. You know, like your supports aren't really gonna. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. It's the same as yesterday when I was didn't like Complexity going AA Rubik first 2. I don't like any time your opener just hamstrings your possibilities for the rest of your draft. It makes you too predictable.
Oh, see that? No, that was perfect explanation. And now the Bane. We obviously just saw. It's a little different though, right? Because we just saw EG lose with the Bounty Hunter against the Bane. Isn't that the thing, right? Bane can just dominate one lane and. Bounty Hunter can't help out that much in that lane, can he?
Not really. I mean, you can hit him. Like, I think Bane is scariest when he's able to play in the mid lane. If you're trading in the safe lane against the dual lane off lane, it's not really as big of a deal. Because you're just going to be like trading health with the Omni, or the Bounty rather, as Omni just kind of trades with the Gyro. And Gyro's one of those heroes that really likes to have an XP advantage early game. You don't really like to be dual laned. You like a 2-on-1.
5 seconds remaining.
We see VGJ with their first ban of the second phase. Use some of their reserve time here. Rubik goes away from OpTic. Could we possibly know?
Dire team back.
Does Omni Knight open up any other heroes that like aren't that good right now, but just by having a free repel, it can make them good? Like a hero you never really see? I'm trying to think.
You mean like
an explanation?
in general?
Yeah. Like, does Omni open up new heroes just because you have that repel?
10 seconds.
I think so, yeah. It makes certain heroes just like way better value. I think Storm is the best example, where you just give this hero like some free BKB and now you can just dive through. That's part of the reason I like Bane a lot against Omni, because you remove this free BKB concept and you could just grip the repelled target. But I think from VGJ's perspective, I don't know if they really play those sorts of styles of heroes. I think you maybe play like an Ember or something this game, but that's weird. And nobody picks Ember. Not believers.
Are you a believer?
Of
course.
Team ban.
I think that hero is really underpicked in truth.
Is it like the Radiance build, or is it more the physical build now?
You can go either way. I still like you go like you go like the magic build early on, and then go later into the Radiance, or you can go for a Battle Fury build. But it's kind of both work. I just like the hero. I think he's underpicked. The removal of Poor Man's Shield really hurt him, probably more so than any other hero in the game right now, and it makes his laning phase pretty weak. But if you can get out of that stage, I think you do some serious work.
And that's a hero. Death probably got banned. Know what I just realized? I don't think Death Pro was banned or picked at all that last series. And it just now surprised me because we've seen it so much.
I think they might pick a Warlock here. It's like Warlock, Disruptor. I could see a I don't know, we'll see. I feel like you just pick more heals, honestly. I love Warlock against Bane, especially when like TB and PL are out of the pool. I feel like it just becomes a better hero in general. But they have a lot of options.
What about Chen? Is that, we've seen it a lot, is it just bad with bounty, or is it I don't know.
It's fine, but I don't know. Chen's just been losing a lot of games. I don't feel like any teams in NA right now are like playing really well around Chen. I think it's been like 1-6, I want to say. Yeah, this is the Disruptor. It just makes sense. You have an Omni, you have a Bounty. Like, your kind of draft is centered around being ahead, controlling the tempo, and getting that one extra kill when you have a Bounty is just so nice for obvious reasons.
It's easy to get it with that track, plus Glimpse.
10 seconds remaining.
And so VGJ, their first pick out of this banning phase.
5 seconds.
Are you expecting to see their other support here?
Possibly. I wouldn't mind a Furion support in this game. I think that could be really strong. You kind of just crush the lanes right now. Gives you more wave clear. Very good hero against Disruptor. They're going to stick with the Sand King. Not a huge fan of the pick in truth, but it's obviously their comfort. MSS has been owning on that hero whenever he's given it, but it's just kind of difficult. It's very difficult to play against Bounty Disruptor.
Yep. It could still be Snakings too, right? We saw him play it.
Yeah. I think it makes more sense as a 4 in this game, though.
Yep. There's the Vano.
Yep. Good pick.
This is, I mean, not many stuns on OpTic, but you have the heals, you have the slows. You're gonna try to like just grind him down, right, during these like mid-game skirmishes. And
Veno is just so good against Sand King. You make it really hard for him to ever like blink in. If you hit him with a Gale or even just the ward slow, the attack slow, it makes it very hard for him to play the game. And it's just good, you know. You look at the draft, like they needed damage, and it just makes sense the way they want to play. And I know that you say limited stuns, but they do have Bounty Disruptor.
Pretty. Both teams feel like they're kind of just not weak, but you know what I'm saying, like low HP, low armor heroes on a lot of these heroes. Just not really any upfront heroes for either team.
Yeah, I mean, here comes a Viper pick from VGJ, and then they'll be fine.
I think the biggest thing, right? Do you think they might have picked Veno into that Bane because they saw what happened last game on the other side around? Like, Veno doesn't care that much about Enfeeble, so you don't just stand middle, or? I don't think that was the biggest reason they picked it, but it'd be nice.
It could be. I'm not really sure. I like the Abaddon pick though. I think Veno, it's more about the spot. Like you needed this fourth pick core that was good in match. Like it just needed to fit their draft and have good matchups. And I think Veno solves that issue. It's obviously going to get countered a bit, but I don't know. The Abaddon works well against it, but at the same time, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how OpTic's going to finish this draft. I think it's a CC and C Veno for sure. So it's going to be a Pycat hero.
Yeah.
You know, Slark would be sick here, but there's no way you pick Slark.
Why not? Why not?
Just a really bad hero, gets outlaned. Possible, but I feel like Sanking a bad and just run at him, and then he's a Slark and you lost.
So I'm just looking at both teams' crowd control per se. You got the Disruptor, the Veno for some slows, some glimpses, some traps. On the other side, you have Sand King Bane. But the ABBA, it feels like just VGJ.Storm has a little bit more team control. Team fight control, pardon me. You have the Gyro's ulti too. They can always fight. Is that the plan?
10 seconds remaining.
Gyro ABBA, you just don't have cooldowns.
5 seconds remaining.
I would say so. It's hard. It's like you want to make sure you're not split because when you're playing against Disruptor Bounty, you're probably going to end up winning team fights, but you're going to be able to get outmoved around the map. So they need to be sure that they can group up and take objectives. They want to control Roche, and I really think you need something just that scales well and also obviously has health because you don't want to pick some other low HP hero and have a bad and just like desperately trying to
10
save his teammates all the time.
Yeah. This is a little
They
different.
actually haven't played a bad in the last like month or two.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, Snaking seems to be playing those more initiator, stun kind of heroes or like that. But Abba's he runs at you, but it's not like he can really change the course of a team fight. Besides a 6 shield.
I think I might have rather see him play something like Enigma in the offlane. Like Abaddon's okay, but if he dies a couple times, it's just weird to change your role within the team. You know, like all of a sudden, like Snaking can't really make moves on the map. He's a quap.
Okay, so pretty standard. This is just not really anything to say. It's gonna be that Queen of Pain middle. Looks like Gyro in the safe lane and ABBA. It could change too. Could they do an aggro dual / tri lane on VGJ? It might depend on this last hero since we don't know.
Yeah, I think it does. I think they might. I could see OpTic Vipering here, but I think Lycan is the most likely. I think they need some sort of tower pressure to go along with their draft, and I feel like VGJ's damage output like can't deal with a Lycan right now. He's just gonna run in. They want an HOD hero as well. Okay. All right, Razor works. I'm not sure. The issue I have with the Razor pick is they don't really have they don't have an HOD hero. They don't have many like creeps to be able to threaten objectives. They don't have a Roche taker, and I feel like unless they like this Razor says to dominate lanes. This is one of those games I love to see Quap in the side lane. I think you want Quap against Razor no matter what, and Abaddon can lane mid against Venomancer very easily. One of the weaknesses of OpTic, I think, is that they almost always start CC and C mid.
So, yeah, we saw the last 2 games. You've seen OpTic is willing to just rotate their cores, even smoke gang with them early, just to switch up the lanes. You think we'll see a lot of that?
We'll see. It depends on how VGJ approaches this, but I really don't think you want to put Abaddon in the offlane against Razor. So whatever you want to do to make sure that doesn't happen, you do it. But at the same time, you don't really want to tri-lane Gyro for the reasons we discussed previously. Like, you need XP on that hero, and a Razor with level 3 with level 2 Link, like, you're just so annoyed constantly as a Gyro. I think you just want Quap against Razor, and the rest of the lanes, like, don't really matter in my eyes, because Quap, the off lane, isn't threatened by Bounty Hunter either, and, like, a Bane or a Sand King with him is just going to outlane any 2 hero combination on OpTic.
Well, we're getting right into the game, so we will see these lanes soon enough. We'll see how quick these wards goes down, because a lot of these early wards have spotted out where heroes are going, oh, pardon me, and they change from there without even having to see anyone in lane yet. And the PPD
Oh my
pause, as I
goodness.
call it. It's not like we just had 50-minute break, but we'll see. You know, it could be sounds or something. Oh,
I mean, we're
the
just waiting for
admin
Gotham.
wasn't here. Huh.
Now we're ready.
Now we're ready. Good luck, good luck. What's DCS89? I don't even want to ask him. I'm sure it's some garbage rap song he listens to. So yeah, if you didn't know as well, spoiler alert, if you weren't watching the other series, VGJ 2-0 Complexity, they're qualified for Thailand. Now I'm nervous, so what if it's a GSC curse, Kyle? What if you qualify for a GSC and then your team just loses players and you start losing a lot?
I don't know what you do. Those are questions I don't have to answer.
Yeah.
Team.
I'm
looking
nervous.
for work.
Yeah, hopefully it's just not the curse.
I mean, I could be cursed. Were you casting my games?
Nah. Who's in Thailand? Well, Orb of Venom Sand King. I like that. So we talked about, right, the Stout Shielder Orb instead of the Windlace. And MSS actually, he went the Windlace last time, and now he has the Orb of Venom this game. Is it just to out harass the bounty as well? Feels like that'd be pretty good.
I just don't. You're playing against enough melee heroes. I just don't think you need the Windlace. And as you said, you want to be able to trade against bounty. And if you have Windlace and he has Oov, as we saw, yeah, I think we actually saw this yesterday. You kind of just get out traded and you have to run away.
That's why I like maybe MSS. He saw that too. He's like, wait a minute, what does Windlace actually do? He had an Orb of Venom. And 33.
We keep casting, man. We're gonna be the responsible for the rebirth of MDL.
Feels
Giving
like
away
it.
all the secrets.
Yeah, because look at
You got any more tips,
CCNC.
Grant?
Nah, that's all you. Remember the CCNC? He heard about the BKB's first/second item every time. Orb of Venom, I don't know. The only person, it's going to be tough, right? Oh, ABBA. 2 shared tangos. I think he's starting mid.
Yep,
We'll
I like
see,
it. I think that is the play, 100%. They were listening.
Or now we have... Oh, it's just Tomato. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it might be time for an old Mutarino. Just kidding. So OpTic
really just
pause.
Quap.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
It was just mostly that I think Quap in the off lane means he's safe, doesn't die, and it also allows him to buy bottle, because you really never want to buy bottle as a mid Quap, and Quap is like the big secret to this game. He's only countered by Glimpse right now, and it's a great position for Quap to be in. If he has a good game, he kind of just owns.
And it looks like nothing yet, because it looks like all 5 heroes are going top from VGJ. On their side, OpTic, well, they're already running 2 top, 1 middle, and 2 bottom. Looks like CCNC will be guaranteed middle. Like you said, they always started off that way, at least. Do you think it's that bad for the... Where's Razor going to be? Sorry. If, like, Razor's top, he's going to be versus either that tri-lane or that solo Quap. Do you want to rotate him mid versus ABBA, or do you just leave him?
You can't really, is the thing. It's not bad, you know? Like, it's really difficult.
Yeah, especially middle, right? Because even... Oh, well, Dust hits Peter.
Good smoke break.
Yeah, that was all Peter hiding in the trees. They thought it was the bounty, and it was not.
It's all about the lanes. Seems to be like the Dota's all about right now. Yeah, Bounty, he's doing his job. If Zai can sniff out the lanes here, it's going to be a big help to his team. Probably going to just place a good ward instead, but as expected, like, see, this is how OpTic usually plays. Their lanes are very predictable a lot of the time, so I think VGJ made the right decision here. They're putting the Quap top against Razor, the Abaddon's going to go middle against the against the Venomancer, and they'll lose 1 bounty rune, but I don't think they mind since they got the favorable matchups.
The battle begins.
There we go.
Zai's going to pull his first creep wave bottom as well, I think. No dust on the Bane.
Yeah, we saw him use one of them top and the other on someone else. He has 1 sentry. Do you just sleep him immediately, or what do you do in this situation?
He answered
Alright.
it for us. I like the choice. I think that's what you do.
Me too. Because now no matter what, it shouldn't hit the tower, I don't believe.
The only downside is now you can't really threaten the lane anymore. And he just probably does in the next wave. If they had 3 heroes here, I'd like it more. I think you might want to just go W, but at the same time, like, it is just super annoying if they pull that first creep wave. This might be more favorable.
So middle lane, this Veno is going to do good for the early levels, right? I mean, you don't have shield plus the heal. You just shield afterwards, CC. Good job of harassing.
SVG bottom might be in trouble. They have one more heal in 2 seconds.
Ooh, they back out.
That's the downside of heals. Now, like, yeah, you stop the pull, but you need a salve now from your gyro.
Yep. And that means if you want to bring your own regen down, your middle laner might be mad that you have to do that. And look at that. You just see the shadow walk abuse. You talked about the extra damage from it. So much to SVG. Top lane.
2 Fairy Fires as well on Bounty.
You like the choice of just leaving MSS up here in the lane? Or do you think he should be roaming around, be bottom? Or just up here helping?
He has to stay here, I think, so that Disruptor can't just like right-click the Quap. And there's also like a huge creep wave pushing in. Plus, you really want level 2 on Sand King, especially in a game against the Bounty Hunter. I think it's fine. He can look to move it like nighttime or rune spawn.
Looks like the bounty runes are coming up. We already see both. Oh, MSS actually go for the other team's bounty rune. We'll see. He's just gonna Peter. Nah, I'm getting the bounty rune. Glimpses him back. And bottom, 33 is in a lot of trouble. He goes down. Brain sap comes out. And he gets the bounty. Looked like he just dove into a bad spot, maybe trying to pull the creeps. I saw him like when he was starting to die.
2 waves on his tower. Yeah, I didn't see it at all.
The double mango quelling blade Omni Knight. Meanwhile, middle. Oh, see the end of that. It looked like Snaking thought he could get a solo kill on CC and C, which might have happened, but we'll chalk that up to 1 kill involvement for Zai here. And we talked about we praised his bounty hunter, the MVP of what was it, game number 1. And he has shown he can move around the map. Look at this. He just goes straight from getting a kill middle to going top, and doesn't look like there's very much kill potential. And he actually gets the dust off. It might be Zai who's in a little bit of trouble here. He pops one Fairy Fire, the other one he's gonna have to pop if he wants to live, right?
You just deny him. He bought out, you deny. It's actually way better. Look at his respawn time. He's up now.
And isn't the biggest thing, you don't know where he's going, right?
Yep.
So he could be anywhere, and he's going bottom. Oh, that was really smart. That's just a little bit of value learned. SVG gonna be in a little bit of trouble here for sure. He has 4 stick charges. He pops it. He's gonna get the brain stab up on Zai. 33 jukes. And now, oh, heal bombs him. Zai needs to get a hit. He doesn't now. Bane outruns him, I believe. Let me check. 360 versus 370. I am wrong. That's a 10 movement speed for Zai. With those boots up. And he gets another brain stab, and they turn it on him. Oh my god. And he used the Fairy Fire. Alright. SVG is breaking ankles out here. Looking like Tyson Gay.
Bane against Bounty. Like 5 armor, 65 damage, and brain sap. I mean, how many did he use in that engagement? Like 2 or 3?
3. And that's all level 1, right? I just love that's one of those skills you just think about, right? It does damage and it heals you. Like, it's literally the best skill to have in a lane. Besides possibly a stun. Well, Pycat goes for a room.
He's doing so much work middle.
Getting harassed very hard. And the Poison Sting goes through shield, by the way, since it doesn't do enough damage. He's dead. It's like...
He didn't realize. Holy crap, he could have denied himself mid.
And I think that's the thing. A lot of people, it's just like with TA. You get those levels of Poison Sting. Doesn't cut refraction, just a straight damage to you.
Yep.
That's
definitely
a lot of people wouldn't
changes
know.
the matchup. Yeah, he's skipping Gale because he knows it can be removed. He's just maxing Poison Sting and wards. It's the play for sure. He's just hitting a bad, and it does so much harass damage over time. Especially with that Quill up now, he's hitting for 75, same damage as a Abaddon. So I think CCNC is going to crush this lane. I like the build too.
You don't level it to 4 though, right? Then it does go on the shield because it's 15 damage, right?
I believe so, yes. So I think he'll max wards from now on. We could both be wrong. I think it might just not go through. At all. I think it just goes through shield completely.
All right.
It's refraction. That's a amount of damage.
Yeah, you're right. But hey, can't look smart if you're not willing to look dumb, I guess. Top lane, yeah. Tomato's getting harassed pretty hard. It's a tough kill, saves Blink. And here comes MSS now. He hits him, Costi will go off, Shadow Strike flies. He's gonna go for Tomato, but nope, a Turner. Oh, Pycat. Another, that is deny number 2. And SVG gets killed bottom, I missed it. Seems like VGJ is dealing with Zai a little bit better than EG was. They're just killing him. So we haven't talked much of it. I mean, we talked about the bottom lane, but the CS-wise, it's 23-4 versus 19-6, so very even. But you do have those 3 assists up on Yawar. But man, I'm scared for middle. CCNC, as you said, is doing work.
I don't even know how you play in this game. Like, he's taking damage from the ward and the melee attack poison sting, and he just can't play Dota. He's just getting harassed like crazy.
He just hit level 6. Nope. Come on, Grant. You gotta see that. We see a stun. He's gonna get away. Pycat. Still chasing MSS, but won't get him. And it just, these supports, they're getting very punished by MSS and SVG, respectively.
Because Veno is the key hero for OpTic. Like, if this hero went ahead, just does so much damage and can control so much of the map, especially in a game like this where you can't actually get on top of the Veno with anything but Quap. And if Veno is strong enough, like, he just won't care. And this hero just terrifies me.
Ooh, Yawar. Low, but has his wand up, and now his bottom lane is pretty action-packed for an Omni and a Bane in it. Both teams probably think they can get a bunch of kills. Top lane, sorry, it's going to be a TP coming out from Pycat. MSS with the good body blocks after stun.
Veno's scary. It's like the only thing about this game that I feel like matters right now is how good this Veno's game is. He's going to be able to push this mid tower and run straight bottom, where, yeah, they're not crushing the lane, but they might actually kill SVG. Oh, Zai's in trouble now.
Zai gets turned on. SVG taking a ton of damage. 33
Yeah,
could come
2
from
seconds.
behind. Oh my, the heal bomb comes out, hits 2 of them. This might be a double kill now because of it. And it's going to be. SVG's going to get run down. Oh, he TPs? Nah. You're going.
Wow. Alright, this game looks to be thoroughly in OpTic's favor right now. They're going to repel, like, the Omni is going to be able to save the Veno or the Razor, and one of those heroes might die, but almost all of VGJ's damage output is very cooldown dependent. Quap ult, Gyro ult, like Bane, Grip, Epi. When those spells are down, unless they're able to kill multiple heroes, which is going to be difficult because there's a Veno ward or a bounty hunter scouting their movement, they have no damage anymore. And the catch of OpTic is far superior as well.
Zai goes down again.
Look at this.
This Veno, he is so scary. Level 9. Here comes Disruptor level 3. Oh, the send back. The Disruptor classic. And you just look at the hero levels, right? Veno is level 9 currently. Next close to 7. This early in the game, 2 level difference is a lot.
Yep. He's buying a Hood too. I think that's the right item. He'll go like Hood into Hurricane Pike, probably finish Pipe after, and he's going to be unkillable and just do so much damage through just his ward spam, Poison Sting alone.
Look at this. Zai's diving deep for MSS here. But neither one of them looks to die. It looks like it might be SVG. A nice ward block by CCNC as well. Keeps him in, but runs out another side, and he's got... Wait. How did he get out right there?
I have no idea.
Did he... There's definitely not a... What? He's still dying, but maybe not. Brain sap?
I mean, you read the Chronicles of Narnia. Sometimes you open the wardrobe, you get to go to Narnia, and sometimes you don't. It's just how it works.
Oh my god. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
The SVG sleeve. And look at this. It's going to secure him a kill. Holy smokes, SVG.
What a player.
Oh. I love how he did the last sand. Like, he waited for him to throw the attack. He could have done it earlier. Nah. Damn. He actually hands SVG his TP. MSS does. But he doesn't have mana because he's scared of the bounty. And in hindsight, we can see bounty's nowhere near, but SVG doesn't want to die to him.
Zai's next level. He knows SVG is on another level and just makes the, you know what, I'll let him go because he wouldn't
He's wasting
run that
time,
way.
right? Yeah, he's wasting a ton of time by being there. It's a smart play, but... Oh. So this Abba's game, he's... Oh, pardon me. 33 gets killed bottom Yawar. They just gank him. 33 almost dies well if they had a TP or anyone. And in comes MSS in Viz. Gets it. Oh, and he was about to heal, but Tomato gets that last right click off. We see the ulti fly. Zai is dusted. He's trying to run. It's 3 seconds to a stun. Zai's going to have to ring around the Rosie or juke in the tree. He will not be able to raindrop tanks a little, but in comes the Veno. And Tomato gets his blink, but that's a treads. He's going to chase him down. Yeah.
He's dead. Doesn't even need ult.
The deny doesn't happen. But over here, Sleet on Peter, and well, a level 4 versus level 4 support battle will end in no bloodshed. So you look at the gold difference, so it's not that big. It's less than 1,000 up top. This Veno is so far ahead, but Queen of Pain seems to be doing pretty decently as well. Well, Abba's still above the Razor. Has the Helmet of Dominator and a Siege Creep, and he's just pushing the middle. But he's gonna be met by Zai. A cancel TP. I think it was top lane. It is, because it's Pycat dying. I was like, wait, someone just canceled their TP, and it was because MSS stunned him. But middle again, now snaking. Could be in a little bit of trouble. No, I lied. It's 2 supports.
Crazy thing about Veno, he got level 10 so early. He has a 90 gold per minute talent. That is a lot.
It is an uh-oh.
It's like an extra 2 CS a minute for free.
Veno used to, he had the experience talent level 10, right? That people thought was super broken. I thought that was Veno.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah, it's 40% XP.
Yeah, at level 10 for Veno. That was the Necro Veno days, wasn't it?
Shit.
Yeah. That was definitely something. Well, you were right. Run straight down bottom. He did that about 2 minutes ago. They took tier 1, now they take tier 2. And what can you do to stop this guy? It feels like he could pressure the base if he really wants. What do they do to stop him?
He's going 4 staff next, which I think is the right choice. He'll have tons of regen, tons of survivability. He just doesn't really die to anything.
There is a 4-man gank coming top. Oh, Zai might spot it out in time. Nope, Pycat's gonna die. You are just ulties. So Pycat's getting really bullied. Sorry, go on.
It's just, is it really, does it matter though? Like, what do they actually get off of this? Are they gonna really sit here and try and pressure tier 2? It's like all this dive for 1 kill, and in the meantime, Veno is just farming. He's huge. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen CCNC carry a game this hard since, I don't know, like 2006.
Since Freedom looked like they were going to TI and then lost 1 best of 5.
Whoa,
I mean,
that's rude.
I mean, that was a compliment. He did it. CCNC carried that team hard. Are you saying he didn't?
No, he did.
He did.
I think it's a big part of the reason he was on OpTic. He looked good. This is the sort of performance that he's capable of. Just seems like a lot of the time he takes early game laning phases to heart, like doesn't recover as well as other players might. But when you give him an edge like this, he'll get more out of the matchup than I think he should, and then all of a sudden he's just owning the game. He's so farmed. He's almost like 3K ahead of the game.
As a Veno, like this is something you expect out of, I don't know, a TA who takes a bunch of ancient stacks, not a Veno man. So that is scary. They're finding Peter on the backside again. Brain set flies some right clicks, but elsewhere, they're looking to be some sort of a fight. Snaking no mana. I'm sure OpTic might want to do something here. They're just running back though. It is a 4-on-5, and they bait all the cores to come up here.
They've bought fully defensive items. The thing, so they can't really. They survive well. They can push out waves pretty aggressively, but OpTic doesn't really have the ability to dive until PPD has way more levels. He's a level 4 disruptor with level 1 glimpse at 14 minutes, so he will be a non-factor for quite some time. But this is what OpTic wants, so they can fight him.
Here we go. There's a grip. See you later, Omni. Well, that was an easy kill for them. On the other side of things, oh, do we have the dust on either of these two? MSS does not, neither does Gyro. And a nice ward block there, so UR can't go forward.
I think it's just so hard to punish OpTic's lineup. They get the grip off on Bane, but what do they do to get more kills, especially when they're forced to run through wards? And also, look at the vision Dire has control of right now.
That middle lane ward just goes down, but might see that one again. So Zai does have track now. That's the only thing, right? If you're playing this more passive thing, it feels like the bounty hunter is being a little bit wasted, or no?
No, I mean, he's placed like this ward as an example is just bounty hunter, so that alone like kind of pays for his services. But I think you'll see his impact more so as the game develops. All he really needs to do is like interrupt 1 epi, find a couple of kills into a Roche, and he'll be good. It's really, I think it's more on the disruptor's level that makes the bounty seem worthless. Because until there's like if this is a level 7 disruptor with max glimpse, like that's a dead quap. But because he's level 4, like he has no actual game. I'd really like to see Peter actually go take this bottom lane and just farm. Like just straight up farm and get some levels. Because you're just not you don't do anything. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he was 0-5. Yeah, I want Peter. Peter's got to get in the game.
Yeah, level 5, 0-5. Up top lane, we're gonna see an ulti on this Venom. He has a hood, but he's gonna eat it. Oh, this would be, they would love it if you walked in here, but no, CCNC gets repelled and Guardian Angel. What a rotation, and now we see Snaky in here as well. The survivability of both these teams so high. CCNC goes down 33, has a heal bump, gets it off just in time to get the kill, but SVG, killing spree, Zai's here, Pycat's here, Peter's here, the whole crew is here, all 10 heroes, and Yawar gonna get some backs. He is gonna die. Looks like maybe not, though. The kill goes on Peter. He dies instantly. Pycat will get the kill on Gyro, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. He kills Bane, though, and Snaking, this might be what he needs to get back into the game. Tomato as well. There's one guy left. Oh, my God. Zai, 30 HP. Tomato and Snaking, the only survivors. That was a bloodbath, Kyle.
Yep. It's all Snaking in that fight. It's so much healing. A lot of players, for some reason, don't copy Sumail, who plays, in my opinion, the best at Baden. And Snaking does, where you max your Mist Coil instead of your Curse of Avernus, and you just, it's 250 heal, you know? And he got 3 of those off on Gyro, I believe. And it's also a lot of offensive power as well, so that's part of the reason Gyro stays alive for so long. Makes OpTic commit a lot longer than they wanted to, and they end up getting a lot of trade kills. But of course, OpTic is fighting with Track, and VGJ is not.
They did get two of the 3 kills were Track. They did miss out on one of them, but the gold lead now in favor of VG.Storm by a very little. Another fight like that with Track will definitely pull it back to OpTic's favor, I'm sure. And MSS hitting that 2-man stun on the Omni, as well as Disruptor just instantly ending. And yeah, Peter, he needs level 6, right? This is a very slow level 6. He's gonna get it right here. There it is. Now we see, who is that? That's MSS drawing lines where he wants to go.
So the downside of the way OpTic itemized is that none of them are actually gonna like scale hard because they've gone full defensive items at first. Whereas in the meantime, Gyrocopter, who's gonna rush this BKB, he's gonna hit a timing where he's the strongest hero on the map. Venomancer be damned. And he'll have an Abaddon with him, who's also a very scary hero. When he finishes that pipe and Gyro gets BKB, Quap Orchid, like it's a really strong timing for them. And if you look at the heroes of OpTic, like there isn't anything like that for them on the horizon, other than go kill more people with Track.
Now,
which
Pycat,
yeah,
a little bit of trouble here. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit of trouble. Do we have the Omni to save him in time? We do not. Peter dies to Tomato instantly. Gets his ult out. It's gonna do some damage, not very much. And now CCNC. Oh,
I saw that. Well played, Peter.
Yeah, he tried to.
He saw the pump ulti coming.
And now, are they gonna chase forward? They're gonna try to find 33 here. They can. And there's MSS, gets the stun up. Do we have Tomato with some mana? He has a little bit. He's going to throw out the scream, but they back down.
Only there was Quap ulti act.
And if you guys, my camera work is a little rusty. I tried to show it. He tried to Quap ulti to kill the chicken, which works. It misses, and now they don't have it for heroes. And here we go. Venom's in again. He's dead so quickly, and 33 now. He's going to get repel on himself. Guardian Angel, but you kind of wish you did that to your core. Now he's going to run away, but it's going to wear off, and Snaking gives 0 fucks. Holy smokes.
Yep, Snaking, the only actual physical damage they have is Razor after a big link, but that's just not something they can do right now because he's been dead.
Here we go. This might be the chance, but Abba had a full wand, so guess what? He just shields up again. And look at all these tracks, though, man. They got to count soon. Man. There's the dust. See ya.
That was a big kill. They can't fight into bounty with all these tracks.
Now
look at Disruptor, he's dead too.
Dude, what is this fight's been going on for like 2 minutes. It doesn't even feel like a fight. Man. Is this even a fight? It feels like a beatdown.
What? Are we in some sort of like weird other dimension, Grant? Because this has been happening all day today. Like they're just battling. It's like there's no, I don't know if they're shock pulling or what. It felt like VGJ was in control of that fight. OpTic just kind of kept TPing in over and over. And like I said, they have no real physical damage with Razor dead. And not even if he's alive, really. He needs a huge link where he's just not going to do anything. And Snaking is just crushing. Like, no one dies with him around. And a wand, a hood, a Helm of the Dominator, he has 28 health regen right now.
And MSS again has found somebody. A grip comes out. They're going to send him back, but it doesn't matter. CCNC will make it uphill, so it does matter. A little Tomato goes forward, gets a kill. And I want to say it's a bloodbath, but OpTic has not gotten 1 kill. They have been at 9 kills since VGJ was at 13.
It's a massacre.
It's a massacre. The gold lead is still 3K, and that track obviously can bring it back, but They didn't even get that tier 2, man. They've been fighting. Peter's just throwing his body so much. CCNC misses Gale.
It's all this ward on the high ground. It's straight up just winning VGJ these fights.
And I think they know. I believe that it was pinged. I thought it was
that
pinged.
was me.
Oh, okay. Well, Kyle, way to see that ward.
I mean, that they placed it near the start of the initial engagement. They were like camping this high ground. Oh, great smoke! Shrine into smoke. I love this play, man. VGJ is on point. They just saw the Omni. Maybe they go mid instead to the tower.
Kill Zai. The tower and Zai, it looks like. And that's an Orchid on Tomato, by the way. And that's gonna be a tier 2, right?
Yeah, it's tier 1. Like,
they have a glyph.
beautiful.
They do have a glyph, but yeah.
Pipe finished as well on Abaddon. The bounty is actually the biggest hero for them to kill because the track is the threat. If they get a bunch of tracks on them, Abaddon can't cleanse them all, and then all of a sudden the Shuriken's like 1,000 damage versus, you know, it's the vision as well.
Oh, they're going base. They got level 3 curse. They don't even have level 4 curse. Obviously not the biggest deal, but they just feel confident doing these pushes. Look at that. Rocky goes on CCNC, so he has to back out or get repelled. Now you see a ton of damage being done. Peter will actually somehow solo kill that top tower. Gets a little gold for his team. And he's going to come from behind. Now he's just scouting. Man, what is VGJ, like, they're just clearly outplaying OpTic right now. Like, what are they doing so well? Is it just the in-game calling or their movements?
I think their team fighting is just on another level at the moment. And I think OpTic underestimated their ability to take fights when none of their core is itemized for damage. I think that's the big issue they're having right now. And I put it back towards the Disruptor hasn't actually been in the game until just now.
Whoops, well, UR goes down, my bad. I was looking at creep. Pycat is repelled. Tomato ulties. It only hits one hero, though.
Arcane Rune, though, it's fine.
Harass him out a little bit. My bad, that's now UR kill, guys. And he just
I was watching, I just didn't say anything, because, you know,
good.
Play-by-play.
No, yeah, I mean, you know, you can toss it out sometimes, because you can see my camera on the minimap, right? You know if I'm looking somewhere stupid.
Yeah, but it's hard to notice. It's
That's
like
true.
Very faint.
I was just looking at Roche, and I was like, well, there's a creep in Roche, and then Duar died. So, the damage, Veno's going for Yasha now. It's an interesting eye on Veno, because you pretty much have to get SNY, right? It's not like you get, well, is he going to get Manta for the Queen of Pain? To get the Orchid off?
I think Manta is a good choice here. The Manta or BKB, but I think you want Manta, especially if you already have Hood. And you need to do more damage. That's the issue right now. Is that no one's really dealing damage on OpTic's side. So even if they GA, repel somebody, like, after they cast Veno ulti, like, what's left? But I really think that the timing OpTic had was much earlier, but with Disruptor, like, literally level 4 at 15 minutes, that they're playing the game 4v5. And they don't actually have the catch to translate their early vision advantage and their good wards into actual kills and gold.
And they've gotten 4 track kills only on OpTic Gaming, so the gold's definitely slowed down, but it's only a 1k lead. So it's not completely out, just scary, right? You don't really have a true carry per se, while the other team has a Gyro Queen of Pain. Snaking level 15. He went to 6 armor over the 60 miscoil heal that Sumail usually goes. Is it just against this Razor?
I think it's right this game. Because he wants to buy Radiance, and you can't just like play this game with no armor.
No. Surprised he didn't go Solar Crest before Radiance, but I guess Radiance falls off the later you get it. Middle lane. They see Snaking, but what can you do against him?
You are about to finish his BKB. This is their timing. I don't see VGJ losing a team fight at this stage.
Tomato, BKB, 1600 away himself. And there's a dust. Oh, a dust and a sleep by SVG. Here comes the repel, I assume. There it is. We see a send back on the Abaddon, but now they know none of those abilities are up. Repel as well as all that, but a nice disengage and a nice placement there by Peter.
They know they have to run. They cannot fight and do a Gyro BKB. And this is the right choice from VGJ. Straight into Roche. Good call.
Can they kill it?
They win a team fight. It doesn't matter. They win this fight. I don't think OpTic can take this unless Veno is set up and they just force them away. So there's no wall of wards. So you can try and take this fight, but we'll see. Razor needs to get a full drain off to win this fight, 100%.
And he should be if Avernus here gets linked up. And there's going to be an ulti. BKB pop by Yawar, and he's actually losing all his damage. Snake grip in the back. He has repel, though. Snake King is there. He ultis up, heals fully. MSS hits a double stun. Not really much damage on either team, but Yawar, because of this link by Razor, is doing so much. And you said how they win it is a full link, and that's what they're doing. Haster in there. MSS stun, steals it. He's going to probably die. He does. Or on the other side, SVG getting chased down. Everyone is dying except Tomato. We have a buyback from Snake King. They want to kill CC&C. Doesn't look like they can, so Peter will be the man to kill.
I mean, look, he got a full link, so he killed everybody. This is one of the reasons I've seen Chinese gyros, instead of getting the casual Yasha, they get a Dragon Lance into Hurricane Pike. Because all you need to do is get away from the link. The link will win every fight for OpTic, and as we said, they have no physical damage, but then he gets a full link, and all of a sudden, he's killing everybody.
And another buyback from Zai just to secure this Roshan.
The right call.
We'll
Big
see.
fight from OpTic. Sanj and Yasha on both heroes. SNY is actually pretty nice on both the Razor and the Veno this game, because you get the move speed bonus from track. Sanj and Yasha becomes a legitimate item choice, specifically on Agi heroes, and especially if you get bonus move speed from other sources, be that talents or track, other status changers, but now they actually have the closing speed, so long as they have the damage, and as long as they can get links off, they'll be fine. And as you said, they have the Omni, and he just repelled the Razor and G8'd and nobody died, and all of a sudden the Razor's hitting for 400 and they win.
Yeah, even they had the grip. They had like a 3 to 4 second grip on Razor, but no damage being done because guess what? Yawar was the one who got linked and no damage. And Quap, I mean, she's obviously a pretty good late game carry once you get those items, but BKB Orchid, you don't do much versus Repel.
Nope. It's
Feels
hard
like-
game too, because you're real squishy, and Venom's about to be level 18. Then that ultimate, lots of damage.
Try to avoid it. Do you want to see an Ags on Veno? I don't know. He's going Scotty. He's going. Oh, this is the.
This is the right build.
This is the.
I like it.
Oh god, this is the build, Jack. Oh, and worse, he's playing versus VGJ. The Hurricane by SNY Scotty. As he called it. The
You go right click
knee-breaker.
Venom. Yeah. The thing is, they've already itemized to deal with your magic damage, right? They have a pipe and 2 BKBs. So you don't want to like commit to that hard, right? You just go right click now, and it enables you to farm faster and get more gold, and then eventually you'll have like Scotty Butterfly, and then you're like a real threat. And when you hit this gyro, even if he's BKB'd, you're gonna be taking like 50% of his move speed. He got the Poison Sting talent, so it's I believe 20% slow through BKB, and then the Scotty is 30%. So there you go.
That's a lot of slow, especially if you want your Razor to get a big link off, huh? Hit him one time, that guy's not getting away.
Yeah, it's actually 35% on Scotty, even more than I remembered.
Damn. That's a lot of slow. Do you like the Queen of... do you think Nullifier is the right item? It feels a little early from the Quap. I don't know if there's something specifically. But it doesn't go through Repel, right?
No, it does remove the GA though.
Okay. But but you can't technically click if he gets G8 and repelled, right?
Correct.
Okay. The answer is this game's gonna come down to, I mean, people always meme about it, but who can click their skills and items the best? Sometimes you can just run at people and do good, but uh-oh, SVG? Did he? MSS accidentally force-staffed him in, by the way. He was like running away and he turned around to Nightmare or something, and MSS force-staffed him. That's a communication error. I mean, feels like MSS likes SVG, but who knows? They only qualified to 1 Lion.
True.
This is trying to be
Scotty
a
on Pycat as well, by the way.
We're just tanking him. It feels right, because all of CC&C, his damage is standing there right clicking. Same with Pycat, right? You just tank up and get a full link.
And if you notice, he is going force staff on Gyro, so he recognizes his need to just get away from this link. But the itemization from OpTic is quite nice, I think, and they're gonna have the ability to just kind of chase him down.
Well, Omni will be able to save Peter here. Almost a solo kill, but now, uh-oh, from the backside, CC&C's here. Oh, he BKBs, but he doesn't do it early enough. He still gets it off. Snake King, oh, that's a full link, by the way. MSS comes in with a big ulti. There is going to be a grip coming up, but it's not on Pycat. He's doing a ton of damage. He's stealing from Snake King, though, and Yawar just right-clicks him down. CC&C's in trouble. Oh, my goodness, that is an Aegis, but Zai dies to MSS, and MSS is just a god. Meanwhile, fight's still going, but he gets stunned, and, well, see, Veno's gonna try TV, but there's a rocket, and there's a kill, and
Big fight,
dude,
big fight. To clarify, you got to
oh.
drain the gyro.
You
Cannot drain the Abaddon.
right? Because it was a full drain, and he was doing a lot of damage, but he died because the damage dealer was hitting him.
It's such a strange game. Like, you have Gyro versus Razor and Abaddon versus Omni, right? So if the drain goes off on Gyro, OpTic just wins the fight. If he drains somebody else, it gives Gyro the ability to flak the entire team for a ton of damage. Oh wow, they catch Peter on the backside trying to push. Yeah, I missed that too. That's insane. They can just go high ground here. This is at least a tier 3, I think.
Yeah, there's a buyback on Razor as well as Veno, but if you, that's almost as good as getting a tier 3 here. That ruins a lot of item progression. They're going middle.
Oh, yeah, mid's lower. Good call. Wow.
And so they're gonna get a buyback and a tier 3. Wow. No, Tomato, hit the damn range strikes if you're gonna do that. He'll blink away. That.
Now this is the right choice though. You go, you get the top shrine. This sets you up for Roche. You're gonna finish Butterfly on your Gyro. Get next item on Quap. It's gonna be a Nullifier, and then you can just immediately kill the Omni Knight. It's the right choice.
So do you like that now that they won that fight that he's going Butterfly instead of Force Staff? Like he sees that maybe
100%.
you just position yourself better.
Exactly. It's more that now they're going to be in a position where they can be the initiators for a fight, and they can be the ones hunting. So they're not going to be just like sitting in the Roche pit as OpTic runs with them. They're going to be smoking, trying to make a move, initiating the fight. And if he has a Butterfly, yeah, he might get drained, but if he can hit like 4 or 5 flaks before that comes into effect, all of a sudden they've won the fight. And it just allows them to scale more.
Now, that Veno feels a little bit, at least you don't have the, you know, the buyback reduction penalty anymore, so you go right back to farming, but losing that 1,500 gold on the buyback, a little rough. Top tower gonna get denied the tier 2. Shrine's already down. Let's get rid of that. Wait, I'm surprised. Yeah, they don't have the shrine, right? So you might want that out, but I guess you just get rid of the gold.
I'm not sure I agree with both cores going SNY Scotty. I liked it at first, but now I'm thinking to myself, who's buying AC against the Gyrocopter and Abaddon? And in the Quap too. Like, they all right click really hard. They have no AC. They don't even have a medallion right now. They don't have any armor items whatsoever. Like, on any hero right now. There's no armor. This Crimson Guard will help, but...
Oh, the Nullifier. Smoke gang coming in. Look at, once again, you see that. You talk about one team not having armor. The other team has an Ice Ogre armoring up people. And there we go, Blink Forward, he gets a double stun. Here comes Tomato, Nullifier up. Oh, they're gonna go for CC&C. Guardian Angel's here. They already used it. Repels up as well. Can they hold him long enough? Veno gets a 5-man ulti. Tomato on the backside kills Peter. We're gonna see a Gale coming out, but Snaking just right lane 33. It's coming in, and he gets 2. He's gonna bring everyone down. It's MSS. Pycat's here. He's right clean. He gets the Bane. He has tons of damage, but Snaking, he'll tank it. He's got an ulti. Nullifier there. Tomato godlike triple, and it's a good game. Holy shit, that changed quickly. I mean, they don't have the late game to deal with these guys, and MSS is a player, man. I mean, we always talk about it. He just hit those giant ones. That was just perfect by their whole team. They all aimed the right people.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm very impressed by Tomato this game. I think he's been... He hasn't been carrying VGJ. I'll just put it like that. In that game, he went off. I think that the big thing for that game is that they laned the game properly. It allowed Tomato to have a good start and also slow down the Razor's item progression. And I don't know, man. I gotta say, it was just well played by VGJ. I don't think there's like a super all-star performance. I think they just played well, and they just seem to be clicking, really.
Yeah, really do, and that's what you talk about, right? It's always good to be hot at a moment like this, right? Qualify to 2 or 3 lands, and they're hot right now, and they're scary.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people I mean, SVG, everyone knows he's a great brain, that's why he's on EG, but you get to see his prowess as a player, and dude, he punished. I think that was another thing, right? Zai had like 1 or 2 deaths in his win versus EG. He had 12 deaths, and a lot of them. Look at SVG's 10 kills. I think half of those are Zai. I feel like. I don't know. It just felt like Zai didn't get as much as he did in the EG series.
I really think, not to throw him under the bus, but I really think